Hi everybody, how are you? Very excited to play today. How are we all doing? How are you guys feeling?
Very
Good?
Sorry, I thought you were talking to chat.
I'm all good.
Both. Both is
Hey.
fine. Yeah, I think as a group we're much better rested than we were yesterday. I was watching back the video, and I was super fucking hysterical yesterday. Like, not hysterical funny, but like hysterical, like not enough sleep, everything is hilarious kind of hysterical. So I'm actually quite glad to be better slept today. Hopefully I will be in a more sensible and sane place.
It's very professional
good,
to be drinking tea, but
Yeah, no, drink your tea. That's fine. Just don't be stuffing your face, I guess. I don't know.
Hydration.
yeah, you've got to stay hydrated.
That's right. Hydrating is important. See, I've got tea as well, and I'm gonna hopefully remember to do the professional thing and mute my mic when I put the honey in it. Otherwise, that's gonna be obnoxious.
It would be great. No, do it.
Yeah, ding-a-ling-a-ling.
ASMR.
Yeah. Oh, does that count as ASMR? Hearing a spoon hitting the side of your mug really loudly?
That's quite nice. I like that.
Is it? You like that? Okay.
Okay. Not everyone would, I'm sure, but then again, the idea of someone like some of the ASMR stuff absolutely drives me wild. Like the whole like whispering in your ear. I'm like, no, stop it. So bad, wrong feeling.
No, it just makes me feel dirty.
Sound of like somebody like running their fingers through a plastic hairbrush. That's heaven to me. So you know.
So like this sound. That feels nice to you?
That's nice. That's nice.
Okay.
It's like a nice chirpy sound.
Someone cluttering with a bug. Like,
no, it irritates me. I don't like it. I don't like doing it when I'm in person. But like scratching or like pages flipping, I like that stuff. Do you want to know? Okay, this is actually kind of disturbing and in other people potentially a bit traumatic, but one of my favorite sounds is the sound of ice in an old-fashioned in a tumbler. You know that like ice clattering?
Oh, you mean like...
Yeah, that's a nice sound.
Okay, so other people like this as
nice.
well. It makes me feel like my family is a bunch of alcoholics when I...
Oh my god!
Amazing. I swear though, it was only my grandmother, and this is what it reminds me of every time, is my grandmother. She would always, and this must be like a thing from the 50s, I don't know, but she had to have, for the longest time, a nightcap every night. And she would have, it would be, what was it? Some kind of whiskey. Oh, I don't remember. It was a whiskey drink, in a nice tumbler that she had, with ice, and it always reminds me of my grandmother's lounge in her trailer in Des Plaines, and I just go back to those moments every time. Like the couple of times I'd like stay overnight, or we'd be hanging out really late, and she'd have a drink, and. My grandmother was by no means an alcoholic. My grandfather, who died when I was 2.5, maybe, but not my grandma.
No.
A nightcap. That's a bit of an old.
Yeah.
Do people still have nightcaps? I don't think they do anymore, don't they?
Only as like a byword for I'm definitely struggling right now and I need an excuse to have something before bed.
Or like in the self-medication sense.
Seek help. Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Nice. Spoon hit mug.
Oh, that was actually, I have a piece of glass too. See, I have a little glass because I'm still, my tea is still brewing, so I have to put the tea bag in here. We're just gonna wait. You know what?
Yes,
we're canceling the stream, and we're gonna do various ASMR now.
Yeah, we're an ASMR channel. Sorry.
ASMR channel.
My favourite is when I have a kitten
Great.
eating stuff. Okay.
Oh yes.
Oh, the wet sound. No.
No.
It's
and you have to see it as well, I guess. It's like a visual thing too.
yeah.
I
guess I do enjoy seeing animals sleep. That's my thing. If I see like my dog asleep, I'm like, oh yes, I feel better now. I feel like I can sleep because the dog is asleep. Even though the dog is always asleep, that explains why I nap all the time. My dog is really crusty and old, so she's constantly napping and things like that.
Yeah.
Ben sleeps on our bed, which is normally normal, but he wakes up in the middle of the night and that's nice. He starts licking himself, like washing himself. And then it just makes the most loud sound. And he does it with such vigor that the whole bed shakes, and I just wake up and I think that bit's clean now, Ben. I think you can stop, right?
My dog, it has kind of this look about her because she's a Labradoodle, but she isn't like one of those nice curly coated Labradoodles. She just looks really wild and scruffy all over, and she has this great big like kind of mane almost around her neck and her chest, and so she'll do this thing where she'll lie down and she'll just get her massive tongue out and just start licking her claws and her paws to get the mud off of it. And she just looks like this great big like scruffy lion dog, and it's so cute. She's just licking her paws like a big kitten. So adorable.
I love it. That's excellent.
Cool.
All right, how do we feel about this game, huh?
Yeah,
I'm feeling positive, and I'm so excited to trudge towards our inevitable doom or mercy or savior. I can't wait for it.
I'm a little concerned about the size of our drawings at this point. We're not even a quarter of the way through this game, and well, look at it.
We have
plenty of white.
We have space.
Okay.
Make space. Make space. I put them there. There we go. Plenty of white space, and we can always like cross some things out if things get murdered, etc. So,
I think I have underestimated how much you can actually zoom into the page, though, so that might be something to consider. It zooms in pretty well in a mouse scroll.
Right, where were we last night? Oh.
What's that?
I left at spring. Are we at summer yet? Because I left at spring.
No, we've got 2 more cards left in spring.
Oh. Whose go is it?
Just go with what?
Whose go is it?
Oh, that's a really good question.
What disco?
What do we have? 13 cards, and there's 3 of us. And we've got 2 cards left, which means I'm next.
You're next, yeah.
I'm next. Hooray! Okay. All right. No, I'm not gonna do that.
All right. That's the real ASMR. Right. Sorry. Okay, right.
Okay, let's look at our cards. Ooh, our cards aren't actually up. There we go. All right, it's recognizing the page now. All right, that was the last card we drew. Also, another feature I noticed about this card draw site, I accidentally shut down my computer, even though I had told myself not to, assuming, and I was mad, assuming that it meant that I was going to have to try to remember which cards we had left, because it was going to give us a new random draw. Only I've realized that this has seeds that will draw exactly the same way every time. So if you, as long as you have the URL or just the seed, you will be able to go back to it over and over again and have it be the same. So
nice.
That's lucky. Yeah, it's quite nice. Some clever programming, people. Ah, the Isaac Williams. Okay.
Sponsor us, Owlbear Rodeo.
Oh, that's not Owlbear. That's Losing Games. Yeah, Losing.games.
Sponsorship, damn it.
Sponsor us that Losing Games.
That sweet
Sponsor Morgan.
tabletop BTT money.
Well, apparently,
That's sweet.
Isaac did retweet a couple of our tweets, so that was nice. But this isn't the kind of programming that results in like, you know, dollars or anything.
Hot cash money, dollar, I think you mean. Can't wait for you to get your own flavour of G Fuel out of this.
What price fun? That's what I'd say.
Oh my god, I want to have my own flavor of G Fuel. It's going to be called Tempest Coral. It's going to be called Tempest Coral.
Tempest Coral. Oh. Just absolute.
What's G Fuel? It's gamer sense, like gamer themed energy drink.
And they have like various people have had their own flavor of G Fuel.
Mm-hmm.
If they're like, oh, not speedrunners, what are they called? The people who do like actual like what are they called? Esports people.
Yeah.
Esports, like Ninja and
look at them.
There are other esports players, I'm sure there are.
What is going on there? These are not terms I'm familiar with. We're such paper nerds.
I watch speedrunners sometimes, very rarely, and that's about it. That's the only esport.
Well, interesting.
Oh, I did watch the Tekken Championships in 2020 once because that was fascinating. But,
okay.
Am I the real gamer here? Oh no.
Maybe. Well, okay, here's the thing. Rick and I have an excuse for being paper nerds. We're old.
I'm 26. That's pretty old. I'm
Rick is old. Okay. Well, Rick, am I allowed to at least give a roundabout number of how much older you are than she is? Rick is more than 15 years older than you.
2 whole decades.
And I am nearly 15 years older than you, so...
Yeah, well... I feel old. That's the main thing.
That's okay, we're all still cute.
We're all adorable.
We are the most adorable tabletop role-playing game streamers.
Yep.
We really are. You come for the ASMR, you stay for the cute little faces staring back at you on the screen.
That's us, we're adorable.
That is.
Gotta love it.
I don't feel like we're playing the game. We should just have a blog together, I feel.
Yeah, podcast. That'd be great.
Oh. Do you know what? I think this is 100% a thing that we should do on my channel. We should just have like a talk show day. And we can fill like the bottom right corner with like some other human being that we would love to talk to all the time. How does that sound?
Fantastic. We can look down on them.
And we can talk about Gen Xers versus Millennials. How does that sound?
I technically am a millennial, guys, only by a year, but
people call me
sure,
millennial.
I'll be the token millennial for you guys to brag on. Just dunk on every 5 minutes, being we ruined the economy for you. Get out.
What I don't like is because I was born in 1980. No, you're not a boomer.
Basically boomers.
No, I hate boomers. Boomers fucked my life up as much as they fucked your life. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. See, no, Rick and I are young enough Gen Xers that we're still like familiar with technology. Like we were still grew up with a lot more technology than like say my older cousins did. My older cousins are very analog.
I do have a rebuttal to everything you've just said then, which is okay, boomers.
What? How is that a rebuttal?
Anyone older than me is a boomer. That's what I've decided. You both, at the same time, you both touched your chest like. So offended.
That is mean. That is mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I banned from the stream now?
Yes, fuck off,
Guys,
Pascal.
put your contempt
Go
tokens down.
Yep, I'm taking its contempt token for this.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it.
Put them down, lads.
I love how we're also already halfway through the contempt tokens, even though we're only a quarter of the way through the game.
There are not going to be nearly enough of those things. So we need more.
No, we're going to have to do something to like reconcile in some way.
Yeah, we need to be more friendly. We've got the faction.
Awesome. We have factions. I've got the scientists, I've got the moss farmers. You have the stranger who arrived with a stick.
Yeah.
And the council.
Who has the villagers.
Morgan is a wild card so far.
Yeah, I've liked playing them all. I'm stealing some of yours from time to time, so. Oh, and the council. Rick has played the council as well.
The council, stranger with a stick. I'm a bunch of scientists and moss farmers, which I'm fine with either way.
Yeah. I like that combination. The scientists and the hippies. That's a great combination.
It's my new next album name. Fantastic. Alrighty.
Moss farmers do science.
Moss farmers do science.
Yeah.
Moss farmers in an adventure with scientists. Right.
Okay. All right. Let's actually play a game.
Yeah.
Right. 6 of Hearts is my card, and there we go. 6 of Hearts. Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role? Or, how old are the eldest members of the community? What unique needs do they have? I think I have more sympathy for the oldies at the moment, considering. Stop saying that. It makes me so angry. It like makes my body clench. It's literally I have a physical reaction to be having that aimed in my direction. I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
It's funny, but I still like totally have a trauma reaction to it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Right. Okay. Old people. Not that word. What does it say again? What unique needs do they have? I was thinking that we need to make a few more statements about what kind of people we're actually playing. And I think because we were so on about elves and lasers yesterday, that I think we need to set in stone the fact that we are indeed space elves. And
okay, that's absolutely
Yep. And somebody help me out here. What happens to elves when they get like super old?
They go
other
west.
than going west. Is there like a biological thing that happens? Or maybe that is a biological thing.
They're spirits of nature, so they never die. Or they fade away.
Technically, in there's like this really old mechanic in D&D where, you know, the whole elves. This is a really old like first and second edition kind of thing about elves in D&D, which is, you know how elves don't need to sleep to go into a trance. Well, for the first 100 years of it, this is just a fun fact tangent, but I'm trying to keep it relevant.
Go for it.
The first 100 years of their lives, elves can actually, during this trance, they can access their previous lives and the next lives they're going to have, and this like super heavenly life that they had before their god Carolian kick them out, and then as they get older, essentially they spend more and more time trancing into their, I believe, their next life, until they literally like they basically go into like a coma type thing, from what I remember from the lore D&D things I've binged on YouTube, which was like a really weird mechanic, and I just really like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think that we are starting to have some of our elders go into their final trance, or approaching it. They're starting to be less and less here.
Wow.
So let's zoom in so I can do an interesting drawing here. Okay. And how am I gonna draw this? How's this looking to you guys so far? Don't know if I know what I'm doing here.
I can't. Oh, I can. Yeah, it's just it's up in the top left corner. Are you updating?
By the spaceship.
Yeah. Spaceship, even.
Yeah. What did I say?
I said space sip, like an idiot. Oh, I see. They're lying on their side.
That's sad.
Oh, poor space elf. Oh, they're having a snooze.
I'm going to take a contempt table because it's kind of away. Take it away.
Take it away. It is.
Okay.
I think the moss farmers would probably need some sort of would have a lot of sympathy for their elders. Very traditional people.
So maybe it's that, this problem is a bit unifying, huh?
Yeah, I can take away contempt.
Okay.
I guess all the factions
I think
agree.
let's all do it. Well, I actually, since I'm sort of representing the oldies, then maybe I shouldn't. Okay. So I'm going to take this down to 3. I have 3 weeks of food left. 4 weeks left on our journey with a stranger. 1 week left with our lake science. Okay. And then that leaves discussion, discovery, or project. And
suspense is killing me.
I know, sorry, I'm being too silent. I can't decide. They all feel like they have valid things, but no, I'm gonna just pick something. Let's do a discussion. Okay. How do we honor our passing elders in this place? Rick?
Yep.
We set them afloat on the Pillar Lake, so they drift away to the music of the fish.
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable.
I say that we, instead of drifting them out on the lake, because we want them to be comfortable in their last hours, and we maybe we in their last days, we have no idea how long their trances can go on for. Sometimes they just drift into a trance for ages. Maybe we build permanent shelters for them by the lake, so that they can be drifted off, so they still get access to that music, but they don't necessarily accidentally drown.
Yeah,
or,
it might not be their
get
absolute
pressed
final
off.
trance. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
going to be my agreement on that, my statement. So, okay. All right.
I do really like the lake idea. I just wanted to put it out there. I didn't mean to like knock it down by being like, but what's about drowning?
No, we're playing the game. The game, yeah, that's how it's meant to. Okay.
I didn't think about the drowning. I was just like,
I didn't think about drowning, so that's.
Yeah, I mean, they might drown. I suppose that's not something you think about when you're just trying to be super romantic and Tolkien-esque and whatnot. Like how many of those elves traveling west actually ran into some kind of like hurricane and died on the way? Or maybe there is no west, it's just a rumor and they're just sailing and sailing and sailing. Maybe the Tolkien's world is flat and they just sail off the edge of the planet.
No. Oh no! Gandalf, no!
I didn't realize that whenever I go away. Oh, hang on. I need to fix this card thing because it keeps disappearing every time I... So, Rick, your card is 2 of hearts. Go ahead. I'm going to work on this.
2 of hearts.
Yep.
Excuse me. There is a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there is a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned? Those are both things we've already done.
Oh no!
Come up with something new. Okay. There is. We've just discovered, after a long time travelling, that there is in fact a sea.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah. What was the other part of the question? Where is it? What does it look like? Again, like all the water, it is grey, metallic grey.
Oh.
But it is completely still. There is not a wave on it.
No tides or
winds.
anything.
No,
There are
nothing.
winds.
It's just perfectly static, but it's water.
Ooh.
Wow. That is creepy AF. I love it.
I love it. Are we talking like an inland, like a freshwater sea, or are we talking about sea as in the ocean?
Yeah, it's an ocean.
Okay.
And project discovery and discussion. Project discovery.
Oh, we gotta move our timers.
So,
actually, hang on. Don't go to that yet. We need to resolve
Science!
Our science.
Science. Okay, so so the scientists went out to the lake with all the singing fish, and to see if the eruption was connected to the singing lake. So in the meantime, we had another ship. We found there was a source to the corruption, which is I will just highlight it up here, just to I'll just draw a dot here to remind people where it was. Yeah. So this was where a ship had crashed and it brought on the corruption.
Yeah.
Scientists realized that no, the singing lake wasn't a source of the corruption, but the corruption emanating from that crash site is now not only spreading to the technology that we have in our own living space, the quarters with the crashed spaceship, but it's also spreading out towards the lake. It's causing some of the pillars to crumble, and the vibrations and the singing coming from the lake are declining in frequency and in volume.
Ooh. That's gonna get painful quick.
Excuse me, I was trying to grab that. I'll move this counter over here.
Okay.
So my discussion is that should we send boats across the sea we've just found that more verdant lands?
The moss farmers think, or at least a lot of the more traditional people in the community who are worried about food, think that yes, disturbing the wildlife here has been nothing but trouble, nothing but moonwolves and gorgeous fish no one wants to eat.
What say you, Morgan?
I say
Morgan.
we say no, we've already done enough harm here. We're not certain that this place isn't viable yet.
Pension.
The old man with the stick, it's a terrible name for this guy, warns us all against
Sticky
across the ocean that it's very dangerous.
Okay.
But can we trust what he says? Or is he lying?
Lying. Old Stickifer.
With his stick.
With his stick. And his not being part of our community.
What happened to the rest of his crew?
All right, and that.
Where did he get the stick from?
That is the end of spring, and now we are going into summer. Our first card in summer is the 10 of Diamonds, Pascal.
Nice. The 10 of Diamonds is... one moment. You discover a cache of supplies of resources. Add a new abundance, or scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will leave you scarcity. I think both of those things are great because we've got 2 weeks until our meal ready eats are gone, and we should probably get something started there. So I am going to say that with the moss farmers are going to start flooding one of these caves so that they can start harvesting more of that moss and hopefully get it growing in more abundance so that people can start eating more readily, and hopefully they can, we can start making some long-term progress on this planet.
Okay.
Because they are scared about not having the meal ready eat stuff. And I'm gonna say that's gonna last 3 weeks. I think that's a fair amount of weeks to last.
Okay.
I can't edit that. And I will draw. Sorry?
If you click it, then you can edit it.
No. Oh, I can. Excuse me. I can. I'm being silly. 3 weeks, and I'm gonna draw some. Let's say this cave. And I'm going to draw some wavy lines to say that it's being flooded to be filled with delicious candy moss. Moss.
Thank God for Ben some days. He does some brilliant stuff. He goes on about goats a bit much. He's not here. I can't really make fun of him too much.
Got many people in the chat? I can't actually check the chat right now.
Yeah,
There's a couple.
Yeah. I've made George watch, so we've always got at least one. He might not be paying attention though. George, are you paying attention? I can't say that too loudly because he's literally in the next room. And actually know for sure. Come on, George. Tell us. Are you paying attention? Oh, hi, Brain Dead Ned.
Tell us, George.
How are you? Nice to meet you. I don't think I've seen you on the channel before.
That might be Fools. I don't know if it's Fools. I asked a friend of mine hop along if that's Fools or Fenrir.
Yeah. Yay for new people. We love new
let me
people.
know. Yay.
Okay.
Yay, thank you. Thanks, Ned.
Yeah, watch us instantly scare you off. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So we don't have any finishing projects. So I know you just started a project, but that was a part of a card. So you still get your discussion, discovery, or or project.
I'm going to say, because we haven't really had a discovery in a while, I say, I want us to give us some sort of opportunity to have something exciting happen. Something that can be both positive and negative depending on how we use it. So maybe... so we have scarcities of technology. Right, I'm going to say that we found yet another some sort of abandoned base that used to be here. Someone landed here a long time ago, like many other places in the area. It's a ruins kind of thing.
Okay.
But it is it's very dangerous. It's obviously, it used to be some sort of like study area, some sort of lab or something like that, and it has possibly, some self-sustaining lab, but it is very heavily defended with maybe some sort of like lasers. Yes, it's defended by lasers. Finally, yes, lasers. Finally got the lasers. So I'm gonna just call this.
Oh, well done, Pascal. We got there eventually.
Well, we got there eventually. Please excuse me. Let's start again. Oh my god. So it's some sort of kind of a strange monolithic building. Buildings maybe like that. They're squat and they're square, and they have these lasers that can cut a man in half if he dare approach too quickly. I'm just going to draw.
Okay. Now you got to draw the lasers too. Don't forget the lasers.
I gotta draw the lasers. You wouldn't dream of it. Not drawing those lasers.
And they need to be neon, of course, like fluorescent colors. Which is again, I'm going back to this one fault that I've noticed in Owlbear Rodeo, is not being able to choose your own marker colors, or at least having a range of fluorescent colors. It's just necessary. To be honest,
is that good enough?
No, that's perfect. That's brilliant. I love it to death.
Lasers! Yeah, lasers!
Okay.
Thank you, Ned.
Right, we discovered a ruin guarded by lasers. Hopefully I'm gonna, because I'm thinking of publishing my notes here. And hopefully I remember a bit more detail so that I can make like good looking notes.
Thank you, Brain Dead.
What?
Brain Dead said good sketches ever.
Oh, thank you.
He's right, or they're right. They're right.
Yes, what are your pronouns, Brain Dead Ned?
Brain Dead
Ned. Yeah! Everyone drop their pronouns in the chat. Excellent.
Yes, no, we are artists with a capital N. Meaning N for not.
Yeah, I'm a terrible.
I love how you said, artist is the capital N, and my brain immediately went nartists and not artists. I immediately went nartists, like that was an actual thing, and my brain tried to rack itself desperately.
I mean, I definitely
it's two
thought about
brain
it too,
cells
but you
ping-pong
clearly
with
gave
each
it
other.
more space than I did.
Amazing. So, any more on my turn? No, I've made a discovery.
No.
We've turned all of the things down.
Yeah. We are on the 4 of diamonds.
Ooh.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ned. Can I call you Ned? Is that okay? Brain Dead Ned's quite a mouthful said out loud. I'm finding that there's a weird disparity between like our internet handles and like what can be typed. Like I don't have a problem with Brain Dead Ned like typed out, but saying them out loud sometimes just feels super weird. Even the ones you can pronounce. Oh, that's all right. I mean, I like it as a name very much. But yeah, Ned is easier to say verbally. So cool. Ned, he, him. Love it. Yes, this is working really well. I'm really pleased that I found it. We did spend a little bit of time like looking around for a proper VTT or whiteboard. We tried Jamboard out for a while, which is Google, and I just liked this more because it had things like tokens and whatnot. And it's also not a Google product, which means that they're actually like they know what the end user is going to be doing with it in this case, which generally makes for a better product.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Google's like free stuff is often more conceptual than it is intentional, if that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad the free tools exist in the first place, I suppose. Yeah.
All right, so we're doing the 4 of diamonds. Uh-oh. Okay.
Who's next?
It's me, because you've just gone. So,
yep.
The eldest among us dies. What caused the death? Or the eldest among us is very sick. Caring for them and searching for a cure requires the help of the entire community. Do not reduce project dice this week, but that's only part of the second option. I think that we have decided that the eldest of us has definitely, like, they've been in a trance since like the first or second day we got here, and it's been an entire season. And usually when they're gone for this long, they're not coming back. And I think we've decided that it's their last trance, and so I think we decide to actually set this one adrift in the lake. Yeah.
Again, I'm taking a contempt dice. Like, again, it's sad and everyone's grieving.
Yeah. So
it is. I mean, like, tragic.
Yeah.
Especially because they probably might have died from the shock. I mean, they probably went into the trance from the shock of like crashing and stuff.
Yeah.
Really sad.
So I think we're gonna build a boat here. With like some kind of shelter. And I'm just gonna write.
Oh.
R.I.P. on it. Nope, that's not a P, that's an R.
Oh, that's really sweet. Rest in rip. That was stupid. Sorry.
Okay, alright, why are we laughing? Someone's dying. Pez, stop being funny.
Okay, sorry, okay.
This is ridiculous. We're ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, we can't even take elf death seriously. The most serious people.
Okay, we have officially run out of MREs. We're expecting our traveling party to return in a week, and it is our second week of farming moss from the flooded caves. Right, nothing is because the MRA thing was never actually a counter. I'm gonna get rid of it. It was much more of just a reminder. And we haven't finished anything else in our discovery, discussion, or project. I think I'm going to represent the scientists, and I'm going to say that they're going to take some time, approximately 6 weeks, and I'll leave it at 6. Because I suspect it being a lot of lasers, it's going to make it quite hard to figure out how to get through, and that's what their job is going to do. Or maybe, you know what? No, we'll say it's the engineers.
Oh, nice. There are approximately 600 100 and fuck lasers there.
Okay, 600
So
and
just-
fuck lasers, right?
Also, we have our first one.
I meant
Writing this down. Oh, you're right.
Morgan faction, the
Yes!
engineers. Yeah.
Excellent.
It's an important occasion.
Yes, and
The
auspicious.
engineers and you here.
Auspicious.
Okay. Right. Then that makes it Rick's turn. And you've got the 5 of diamonds.
Winter elements destroy a food source. If this was your only food source, add a scarcity, or winter elements leave everyone cold, tired, and miserable.
But
Am I
it's
reading the
summer.
right one? No, I'm sorry, I'm reading
Yeah,
the wrong.
it's diamond.
I'm reading the wrong
Yeah, I
one.
was going to say.
It's the 5 of diamonds, sorry. A project finishes early. What led to its early completion? Or the weather is nice and people can feel the potential all around them start a new project.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I know. Okay, so the laser towers are finished early. So the engineers come
Wow.
back early with results, which is that suddenly for specific individuals, and they don't know why, some of the lasers don't shoot them, and they can pass
Okay.
into the tunnel.
Oh, did we
Oh.
find any technology or anything? Or is that...
Yeah.
I'm leaving the actual investigations
Okay.
to what's in the tower. Actually, that might be my new project, is that
Yeah.
we're going to investigate what's in the tower.
Okay,
Ooh.
there you go. Do we have any... Hang on, I haven't reduced anything yet for this turn, so... Our expedition comes back from the stranger's settlement. Wrap that up for us, Rick.
I've got something planned for this. So, only one comes back. He is covered in whiplashes, and that he dies in front of them, and he goes, "Don't trust it."
Oh.
And then the stick man, they go to investigate the stick man, and then all of a sudden, he's not human at all. He's like made of these tendrils that look like a human, so he just splits apart and goes, "Wah," and starts killing people.
What? Oh,
What the
this is so much
fuck?
Rick
I am
bullshit.
quite.
What the
When you're
fuck?
invited,
Amazing.
you know what kind of DM I am.
This
Right?
is so
What did you
much Rick
expect?
bullshit.
What did you expect I was going to do? Like,
Out.
Oh.
I love how
Okay.
you said, you know what kind of DM I am. I do love tentacles.
it's like it's going terribly
Okay,
wrong.
audience, seriously, have you ever known anybody that you hated as much as you love? This is how I feel about Rick, because he does shit like this. And it drives me nuts. Oh my god.
There we
Okay.
go.
This
With
is
that,
horrible.
End of my turn.
1+ tentacles, absolutely. Or tentacles.
Okay. Right. That resolved with tentacles. Okay. So tell us about your laser ruins project.
Oh yeah, so yeah, they're going to invest. Those engineers that can pass through, are going to engineer. So it's going to take longer. So it's 4 weeks. because there's so few of them, and they have to
Okay.
be very careful about what moves in because lasers are very sensitive.
Very sensitive ladies.
Okay.
Very insecure about themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Expedition
I
returns.
said I'd make less stupid jokes this time.
Don't trust. I'm tempted to write in my notes, instead of quoting the person as "don't trust it," I wanted to say "don't trust Rick."
Again, I can't argue with that. You're right. That don't, but you keep doing it. So
No, I know.
Keep doing it again
What's
and
wrong with
again.
me?
who's the problem here? Really?
Okay, that is some gaslighting nonsense. Thank you very much.
It's him blaming you right now. Right. God.
Oh, wow. 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 Just wow. Okay. New project. Investigate ruins. Okay. Right. New card. Jack of Diamonds, Pascal.
Nice. Predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who is it? Or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Well, would Mr. Tendrils count as a predator / bad omen? I think that would be. I think he's a bad omen. Someone goes
He's a
missing under
predator.
ominous
He's killing
circumstances.
people.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the second one where none of the dice are reduced. All of the moss farmers and pretty much half of the the engineers that can't pass through the lasers, can't help on the outside, are basically gonna come and they're gonna take they're gonna try and fuck this guy up. They're gonna try and fuck him up. Or at least try and protect everyone from getting fucked up by Tendril Man. And therefore the discussion I'm about to hold is, oh my god, guys, what do we do about Tendril Man?
Okay. So, well, I'm sorry. What did we do to keep people safe?
What do we do? Oh, that's a good point. I just skipped over that. I believe they're banding together, and we've all holed up in the burrow of the spaceship. We're all holding up there, so all of the elders and all the children are all holed up in there, and we're making kind of a united front against Tendril Man.
Gotcha.
And now people are like, oh my god, guys, what do we do about Tendril Man?
Right.
Next there's +1 tentacles. So obviously, Ned's a very wise person, and obviously he finds
Yeah.
Wise. Wisdom beyond Ned's years. I have no idea. Stop probing Ned for
I
information.
think Ned missed the conversation about being Gen Xers versus millennials. What generation are you, Ned? This may be a thing that you choose not to declare to us because it is combative.
Hey Ned, can you tell us your mother's maiden name?
I just was a generation. I
It's only asking more and more personal questions than that. It's scaring me away.
What's your pin code? Tell us.
just drop the pin number in there.
An elder millennial. No, I understand that. I'm sort of actually like a cusp baby, or at least according to a lot of people. I don't feel like a millennial in any way, but I generally put myself in the Gen X box. The Pigeon Street theme song? Oh, I don't know that. What is that?
Pigeon Street. I can't remember the rest of it, but yeah, I used to watch Pigeon Street.
It's just the words of Pigeon Street.
No millennial would remember Pigeon Street. I think he's It was way old.
If you live on Pigeon
I
Street
used to watch
here-
that when I was like 5
Wow.
or 6. And I fucking
I love how we're like, what the fuck is Pigeon Street? And then immediately Rick cracks up like, oh, I know that one.
Pigeon Street was a lovely TV show about a street in London
Clearly-
that was just filled with pigeons, and the pigeons are all like leading characters. And yeah, it was lovely. I love
That
Pigeon
sounds
Street.
so British, and I'm gonna have to watch this now. This is the problem. See, I live in England, but I only moved here in 2010, so there's a lot of shit like this that I've missed. And now I'm gonna find out. So thank you, Ned. Thank you for telling me about this.
We're picking on Ned a little bit. Like, we want our audience to come back. We don't want to like scare them off.
Enjoy
I just
family
quickly
Ness. Wow, does this have to do with Nessie? Is this a Scotland thing? Is in like Loch Ness?
Oh, family. I think I've heard that one.
Okay. Oh, by the way, reminder to Paz and Rick that I don't actually have the chat up on this screen. It's only on the starting and break screen. So if we're responding to Ned, we should probably say what it is that Ned said. Otherwise, people watching this back are gonna get really confused. I've only just remembered, so I'm sure they're already.
I just wanted to say. Because the other day I had to explain to a Canadian friend of mine what Bodger and Badger was, and did you ever see Bodger and Badger? Any of you?
I've not seen it.
And
I've heard
I
of
felt
it.
like it's fantastic, basically, because I had to just explain, and I thought this was an integral, hilarious part of my childhood. But then when I went to explain it, it was literally. This guy lives in a B&B and runs a B&B, and he has a friend called Badger who just fucking ruins his life, and that's it. That's the whole show. It's literally a guy called Bodger walks around his apartment desperately trying to keep shit together, and then there's Badger, this hand puppet Badger, who just is an agent and harbinger of chaos and destruction, and I love every moment he's on screen.
Ned
and
said,
he loves mashed
everybody
potatoes.
loves mashed potatoes, so Ned knows what you're
Everyone
talking
loves
about.
mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't like mashed potatoes.
To
be a contrarian.
Are you serious? Is that
Are you
no?
serious?
Please tell me you're not
Wrong with
serious.
you.
Okay.
Well, when I was little, we're really getting sidetracked. When I was
We
little,
are.
they used to serve mashed potatoes with an ice cream scoop. And this mashed potato, I don't know, it was the 70s, so everything was filled with preservatives and fake. Nothing was natural and everything was processed. It just tasted so unpleasant. And it just looked unpleasant. It was dollop. It's big, perfectly round dollop. It was like consistency of like clay. It was horrible.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I don't blame
You've
you for
not
not
had my
liking
mashed
that,
potatoes.
but I
My
make
mashed
some
potatoes
good
are
mashed
excellent.
potato, I
Yeah.
swear.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
You gotta have the
change your
right
mind,
kind
Rick.
of mashed potatoes,
Anyway.
Rick. Yeah, it's actually my turn right now, so blame me. It's my fault. It's my fault. Okay, so you asked the question, what do we do about the stranger? My statement in response to this is lasers. We have some of our own lasers, right? Let's use our lasers. We'll kill him. Shoot him
Our
dead.
lasers.
Our engineers are really bloody minded.
Fantastic.
I like
Okay.
it. I like it.
Rick, do you agree?
Yeah, Rick, what's your statement?
I have a better idea. We should get one of the people who can pass through the laser field to run into the laser field with this thing chasing them.
Oh, you know what? Everyone agrees this is a great idea, even if it will probably take a very long time. It will kill Mr. Laserman, Mr. Tendril Man, dead. So, thus it is agreed. And you know what? Because that was such a lovely agreement with all of us, we're all being united over this guy. I'm gonna take away a contempt token on my side.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
specifically.
the same. I like it.
Same.
Oops.
I love how violence is what is bringing us together. I'm really pleased.
Oh,
Lovely.
We're all such friends.
Hey.
Okay.
Oh, friends. Friends.
Let's see what my card is. Okay, 3 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds is summer is time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest. Oh boy. I think this is a tough one because we've got like a violence issue coming up right now. But I say, Paz, by the way, you should draw how we've killed the stranger, tentacly stranger.
Shall we say, are we gonna kill? Have we killed him, or is that a project we're gonna start?
You decide.
I suppose because it was part of your discussion. I mean, it doesn't really take a full week. I don't think I would consider it a project. I would say we can just do it.
You know what? I do. This does mean I get to draw this. Yeah, he dead.
I like the tentacle guy.
Every 7-year-old's drawing.
Destroy. Lasers.
Pew pew. Okay. So I'm gonna say what we decided after we now have time to deal with the strangers. So I'm going to go near our like food storage. I'm gonna say we did actually have some seeds. We slightly anticipated that we were gonna have to do some kind of agricultural situation here, and it's taken us this long to figure out how we can even manage to do any farming. So I'm gonna do like a little tiny farming project. And I'm gonna say that this takes 6 weeks to get actual anything out of it. And that's actually a small bit of expertise that I actually know that there are some things that you can produce food in 6 weeks from. Because no, I don't have a green thumb. I'm actually quite terrible at gardening. I just want to be good at it. It's one of those funny things about picking up gardening as a hobby. Like, everyone kind of assumes that if you're doing it, you're like somehow good at it. So there's a lot of like, oh yeah, you know, my courgettes are like 12 feet long. What about yours? And I like pull out this little tiny thing, and it was the only thing that I made. And everyone's like, oh, okay.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
So cute.
Right. Sorry, that was me covering up the fact that I was doing a very detailed drawing, filling the space there. So that is we're doing a project, and I'm gonna say it takes a full 6 weeks. Here we go. And right now we reduce our flooded moss project and our investigating the ruins project, and that finishes the flooded moss project. Pascal, how does that go?
Hey. Moss! Right, we get some moss. We are no longer starving. However, we did lose a handful of farmers to the moon wolves, who are still a problem. They won't stay away. But now at least we have a regular cave and a regular source of candy moss from which we can start getting food from and not have to rely on meal ready eats. Yes, so that sounds yes, we've got some moss. We got moss now. We can eat food again. We were really lean for a while.
Okay. Great. Moss flooding works. We have a regular supply of food. Excellent. And
needed some good news.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. I think, to be honest, the fact that we don't have like a countdown timer anymore on decreasing food stores, I'm taking a contempt token away. Summer is good.
Yay.
Okay. That
I don't even remember what my last contempt token is for.
I don't think it's the
Actually,
sort of...
if that's a point.
I don't think it's a mechanic we really need to like remember the reason we pulled them out, to be honest. Rick,
You know
did
what?
you just
If
take
summer's
a
that
contempt
good, I
token?
will take.
I added a contempt token because you managed to get the moss working, which confounded the council because they didn't want it, so now they feel undermined.
Ooh.
Well, then I'm keeping my contempt token.
Oh,
Out
yeah,
of
no,
sheer
I'm taking mine
spite.
back. I'm taking mine back. Those menial council people.
Council. We got moss.
Is it me or do I like to be hated? I feel like I like
You
to be
do.
hated.
Absolutely, 100%. You
Contempt,
love, like,
yes.
telling you that
Let
you're a
it
bastard is some
rain.
kind of compliment. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you, Ned. Contempt will reign. It is the contempt tokens are the best thing about this game.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that we hate each other.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I'm never going to use these contempt tokens, and I'm the one dishing it out.
Yeah, you are. You really are.
Contempt tokens.
Okay. So discovery, discussion, or project. I feel like doing a discovery. What did we discover? We discovered. Ooh, I know. Okay. We discovered that in this hill where the first shipwreck that we found that the wreck itself had uncovered caves. And somebody went wandering into those caves and found gemstones.
Nice.
Ooh.
Where did you say these caves were?
Oh, I just drew it. Is it too small to see?
see.
Near the first shipwreck that we found. It's kind of in the middle of the page.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I forgot what that was, so thank you very much for that's a really pretty picture. Well
this
done.
is me being super nerdy again. So the second shipwreck looks like the Enterprise, the first one looks like the nose of the Voyager.
I feel like we should give them. Well, let's just give them the name Voyager and Enterprise, then we know which one is which.
Ah, nice.
Part of the Star Trek universe.
Everyone loves Star Trek. Shush, Rick. Everyone knows what I'm talking about.
I don't like Star Trek. I don't like it.
I'm not really a massive fan of Star Trek. I'm sorry.
Do you know what,
I
Rick?
tried.
From this point on, you need to stop telling me things about yourself because you keep telling me more things and they're horrible things and I don't want to know them. So let's just... I'm worried that the more you tell me about yourself, the less friends we will be. You don't like mashed potatoes. You don't like Star Trek. Oh. No.
I'm special.
Sorry.
You are special. You're very special.
I'm just no.
Okay. Yeah, so we've discovered gemstones. We have no idea what they're for, obviously, but they're gemstones and they might be useful. Okay. Next card. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. Please excuse me. 6 of diamonds.
That's me, right? So,
yeah.
Ooh, outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? You're gonna hate this.
You are sicking the villagers on us, aren't you?
It's the villagers.
More tentacle men arrive following the.
Dang it!
God damn it! Oh, tentacle men!
Trap! You fell into yourself. You knew what I was like, and I.
We just got rid of the last one.
That's
ages.
I think. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I'm gonna take a contempt token. The engineers are not happy. Well, I mean, no one's happy, but the engineers have decided they're blaming the people who who wanted this expedition to be sent out. Yeah, I don't know either. I think it was just general people. But the engineers are saying they never agreed to this, and they're laying blame.
Yeah, I'm adding a contempt token too because everyone's
Wow,
yeah.
Morgan, you have 4 contempt tokens. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
How come? Hey Morgan, how come your mom lets you have 4 contempt tokens? That's a good reference. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. It's above my head too, unfortunately, but above my head, over my head. We're good at phrases. Yeah. Okay. Projects are down a week, and discovery, discussion, or project. Rick.
Why are you inviting? Discovery is that the grey corruption's getting worse and shit.
Oh no.
The engineers discovered that the grey work is like. Actually, I'm thinking maybe the engineers don't tell anyone as well.
No!
I don't know why I think that. Because I'm bloody minded.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I think.
You really are! Rick!
Okay.
I'm lovely in English on the outside. Inside is a sewer.
So also English from the inside then.
I wasn't going to say it.
Everyone hates
I'm glad you said it, Pass.
It's because the most English thing you can do is dunk on yourself, to be fair.
That is very true.
You do it before the American came in and dunked on us for us.
I'm going to be cheery from now on, I promise. That's
liar.
the last.
You're such a liar.
Promises you can't keep, Rick.
Okay. All right. Next card.
Okay.
Ace of Diamonds, Paz.
Diamonds. Okay, give me a sec. Contingent within community demand to be heard. Who are they and what are they asking for? Or a contingent within the community have acted on their frustrations. What have they damaged and why do they damage? Is it permanent? Ooh. Now, that is interesting. Who are they? What are they asking for? Action and frustrations. Well, one thing that is frustrating people the most, from what I can tell, is the arrival of the tentacle men. And I'm going to say that, what would I do? I suppose they would, they'd be like, I've had enough with these goddamn tentacle men on this wet-ass moon. Just trying to somehow, I'm having a bit of a struggle with this one. maybe a whole bunch of people have rounded up some of the families of the people. No, I think that's a bit hard. Well, is it too harsh to round up some of the spouses and things like that of the people who went off with the original tendril man and have now basically said, we don't want rebels here, and they're kicking them out. And they're kicking out a few people, they're exiling them. Yes, I like that. So I'm going to draw in green. I will put them over here if that's okay. And they're being...
Okay.
Oh no, that's huge. Please excuse me. Very tall. They're being kicked out. They're very sad. And it's all sorts of people, you know, they're all being kicked out. The exiles, because, you know, they don't want any more rebels in the community. They're like, we've got to stick together. Sticking together is the only thing that's kept us alive so far. And they're being kicked out. Yeah. So off they go.
All right.
Well,
that's very sad. Gone in a direction.
It is very sad.
Yeah, and they've gone in a direction that we have not really explored yet. So that could be something interesting and new later on. Okay. Reduced timers, and nothing is finished. So discovery, discussion, or project.
I think a discussion should be held because let's call them just a family of miners. They are mining. They're a mining family. They have some experience in drilling rock and excavating and things like that, and they are bringing up to the table to the council at large. Should we excavate some of those minerals, those beautiful gemstones that we found, and try and trade them with the spider villagers? Do you remember the spider villagers, the ones with the 6 arms? Try and trade with them to try and make nice and friendly with them, because if you remember earlier in the year, they weren't too pleased with us. They were gathering on the hills and just looking at us contemptfully. They had their own contempt tokens. It was all a bit of a mess.
Yep.
What say ye?
I just realized this is out of character. I just realized that because we've been calling the far off people from the spider or from the stranger, we've been calling them tentacle men. I've just realized that our villagers are abbreviated or shortened to Spider-Men.
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 Yay! Multiple 6-armed Spider-Men.
Not as amusing as it is in my head, probably, but it's.
Yeah, I know it's useful.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say let's see if they're of any value first. We'll offer them a few now that we have, and see what that does before we go starting a project.
Cool.
I'm going to say that's very prudent.
What's the you?
Which is a terrible word. Yeah, very prudent.
Oh, I like it. Dear Prudence.
The prudent word.
Okay. And your final statement, Pascal.
So the plan is we would like to go up to the spider people and be like, you like rock? And offer them shiny rocks and see what they think of them first. Is that what people have agreed on?
Yes, that's I think that is so far the agreement that we're gonna offer them rather than do a project.
The miners are like, that sounds like a cool idea. Someone get on that shit. And thus I end my turn.
All right. So let's say we've done that. Okay. Then Rick, because that was your turn, right? Or was that Pascal's turn? That was Pascal's turn because he went last. Yeah. So draw me next to our spider villagers or wherever a little picture of us offering gemstones. That makes it my turn.
Were you asking me to draw that? My apologies,
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it was from your turn, so you get to draw it.
Right. Okay, so, yeah.
8 of
We're
diamonds.
much smaller than the spider people.
Okay. Right. Our next card is someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas into motion. Start a foolish project. So I think the tentacle people, because they arrived and they're particularly hostile, and they didn't find their emissary person, are particularly upset, and I think that they're going to try to capture us. Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna try and capture us. What do they want? I think they want, I don't know. Well, why did our first tentacle man start killing people, Rick?
I don't know. They just. I guess it's your turn to decide what I don't. Yeah.
Okay, I know. So the corruption doesn't just kill technology, as our scientists discover. It affects other things, and it is affecting this race of this species, who probably are not native, because we've established that people never come back from this planet. And a lot of people have crashed and they don't come back. So this is, again, I think these are crashed people, but they've never experienced the corruption before, because we've also established that it comes from that second crash that we found. Oh, thank you for following the Cornish Writer.
Hey,
nice to see you at our channel. Fabulous. I think that's Pascal's friend?
That's Taryn. Hi, Taryn.
Yeah. Yay. Okay.
Hey.
So this is a really elaborate explanation. So they have decided to take control of the ship, and they've trapped us. They're trying to trap us within the ship because they don't want the corruption to spread. Because they know that it drives their people mad. So what am I going to do? I'm going to draw. What am I drawing?
You've actually
we'd love to
made
catch
horrible
you up,
tentacle
Taryn.
people sympathetic.
Uh-huh.
That's what we do, Rick. When you make murderous tentacle people, we make them sympathetic.
Confound
This
you.
is punishment for your DM crimes.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
You know,
draw.
the NPC. Next time you make an NPC, we're all gonna make friends with them, and we're all gonna make them our party pet, and you're gonna have to find lots of and a new voice for them and everything.
Do you know what though? That is what all of his favorite players already do. So.
Oh no!
That is a
How can we punish Rick in this way?
They do try to make the best out of my terrible situations. That's true. I just have to make the situation more terrible. So
oh my god, Rick! Just
the vicious positive circle. How dare you?
tentacle people on the other side of this fence. Okay. How are we doing? I think we've got one project that is gonna finish. That's our explore the ruins project. Rick, what happens?
So, I'm going to do something nice for us. So,
Yay.
There's gonna
if you
be
make a
catch.
sign noise, I'll just do something terrible.
There is
instead.
going to be a catch. I'm expecting you to do
No,
something
don't
terrible. I
encourage
expect
him.
that you're only being nice so that you could be more terrible later.
So, given my past history. The blocks house a artificial intelligence, and we managed to communicate with it.
Ooh.
And it explains what the grey corruption is. It knows.
Yay!
That's
So
nice.
it was eons ago. There was a battle between two precursor species,
Uh-huh.
and the grey corruption is a weapon from one of them.
Ooh.
And the blocks are a counter to the grey corruption created by the opposition. All these precursor races are now long dead, so their weapons and artificial intelligence still exist. The artificial intelligence is keeping it on the planet, and it says it might be able to help us with the grey corruption. However, they're very difficult to communicate with, so it's going to take us time.
Oh, I
find
love
out.
it so much. I love this so
See?
much.
Oh,
See,
yes!
I can see
Solutions! Yeah,
All
great.
right, all
Thank
right.
you, Rick.
All your past atrocities are forgiven. I love you again.
until you kill our next character.
Inevitably, like the scorpion on the back. I feel.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, draw it for me, Rick. And,
Right, yeah.
Let's see. Discovery, discussion,
I'm so
or
fidgety.
project. I think I will start a project where we're trying to communicate with the AI. And I think it's going to take, let's say, 4 weeks. Oh, that's good. I like it. They're like little floating. Why this feels very Tron to me,
Nice.
representing AIs with diamonds floating in space. Okay.
All the Sims.
I just thought that higher intelligences wouldn't have like complicated machinery. Their tech would be elegantly simple.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. All right. Queen of Diamonds. Rick?
That's me?
Right, yeah.
Rick. It's Rick's turn. That
I
we
would
just
say-
ended my turn.
Is it?
Yeah.
And is it your
Oh,
turn?
please excuse me.
Yeah, we just
No, is
ended
it
my
mine?
turn, so it's Rick's turn.
Oh,
So
All right. I'm just
Queen of
saying I always
Diamonds.
get the queen cards. These cards are home.
is that because you're a queen?
These cards are homophobia.
Queen of Diamonds. A project finishes earlier. Which one? Why? Or if there... Oh no, that's it. There's no or. If there are no projects underway, boredom leads to a quarrel.
There are two projects. There's the farming project and the AI project.
Well, it's got to be the AI project. Again, they have another breakthrough
Okay.
and find that they can communicate with them. The artificial the precursor species aren't from the past. They're from the future. And for them, time runs backwards. So we figure that out, and then we figure out how to communicate with them. And they are willing to offer us some advice on how to take care of their grandchildren.
Oh, okay. So we're
Let
having
me
like a
tummy
fundamental
sick.
misunderstanding, and that's been cleared up. Love it. Okay.
One of these scientists had a breakthrough.
Excellent.
Nice.
In fact, you can take a contempt token away. I think you all should,
Sure.
because this is going.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm behind in my notes. I think if we, I'm pretty sure we're gonna end up doing a third session on this. next weekend if y'all are available. And I may ask one of you others to do notes for this because I'm struggling to do all of it at once. Harder to communicate.
I'll do my best next time.
With AI. Yeah, Sunday next weekend. Can you guys do that? Because I can't do the Saturday.
That's fine. Yeah, Sunday
Same time
great.
Sunday? Okay, well, yeah, we'll do that. And we're almost done with summer, and we'll take a break at the end of summer, and then we'll get on with autumn, and then we'll just end with winter on Sunday, which could be a very short session because we could accidentally draw the king of, what is it, spades? Really early on. No, it's, what is the other black one? Clubs. No, it is spades. Sorry.
I think we should have like a vlog chat, like on the Wednesday or whenever, to sort of collect our thoughts on what we thought of the quiet year.
We could do that, yeah, post the, on sort of like the second half of the episode on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. That's a plan. So we're definitely going to have like a full session on Sunday no matter what. Great.
Nice.
Okay. So you ended that one. That was your card. That reduces agriculture to 2. And then discovery, discussion, or project.
Project, obviously. So the next project is the extremely complicated task of developing or working with the artificial intelligences. The diamonds,
Okay.
I'm going to call them.
Okay.
To try and to help us make the cure for the Great Corruption.
Okay.
Although, as they point out, there is no permanent cure for the Great Corruption.
Okay. Okay, next card. He's the King of Diamonds. Oh, and you know what? I'll do this one. So, it is Paz's turn, but because there's nothing for him to do in this. So it says, discard the top 2 cards off the top of the deck and take 2 actions this week. So I'm going to draw 2 more cards. And that is that. And now I'm going to reduce agriculture to 1 and corruption project to 5. And now you get to do 2 actions, Pascal.
So I get to do. Okay, so take 2 actions, man.
Yeah.
No. That's a little pressure. Right. So we got 2 things to really deal with, as far as I'm concerned, or at least one really massive thing to deal with, and that is there is an echo in my brain. Please excuse me, I don't know what that is. Okay, number 1. We have a fence outside of blocking most of us into our spaceship. That we can't be dealing with that. So I'm gonna hold a discussion first to everyone who is inside the spaceship and say, hey, we're stuck inside here. How do we want to deal with this? Violence? Or not violence? The only 2 answers.
Okay. I'm gonna say negotiate, telling them about the what we've discovered with the AI.
Fair enough.
Yeah, again, I'm going to use the word I hate the most, prudent, very prudent. Say the
Very prudent.
very stuffy council.
Some of the agitated moss farmers being trapped inside begrudgingly agree and say we can't keep having deaths around us all the time, and so they are taking away a contempt token from my side of the board because we all agree on this. We can't be doing violence all the time. We've got to communicate with them. They're monsters. Those horrible tentacle monsters and foul beasts. I will go back to that later. I want to address what's happening on this side of the board, which is the spider villages. Spider villages saw our shiny rock and went, you got something there. I quite like that. So I'm going to start a project. The miners are going to go, yippee! Oh, I sure do love mining. There I go mining again. And we're going to start a project, and they're going to mine for a good, I'm going to say, should we say, like, I think a month worth of mining out, digging things, and then they're gonna mine and then trade, mine crystals and then trade them with the spider villages for cool stuff like technology and possibly food. Let me just find me I'll just see. There we go.
All right. Excellent.
Nice. Okay. That ends my turn, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do I turn down any tokens? Yeah, we do. Did we do that twice?
Didn't we?
We already done that. Have we?
I think we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. Right. And ended.
New card, 7 of Diamonds, and this is our last card for summer.
Oh.
7 of Diamonds. Introduce a mystery at the edge of the map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go awry? I think these people that we exiled are going to discover a new food plant. Only because we have exiled them, they're clearly not going to share it.
Oh, well, I can feel the moss farmers getting uppity about this already.
Yeah,
just getting up in arms.
Yeah, they have established a camp over here, and they're guarding this new food very well. Okay. Oh, thanks for coming, Ned.
Thank you for joining us, Ned. You brought us a lot of smiles.
Yes,
Thank you.
have been delightful.
We love you, Ned.
If you can make it next Sunday, that would be fabulous.
Hi, Ned. No, you didn't distract us. You made us very happy.
Oh, absolutely not. No, yeah, definitely not.
I just hope we didn't offend you by like going, "What's your age?
Sorry.
How old are you?"
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Ned.
Sorry,
we'll ask more questions next week.
Ned.
Okay.
Mysterious Ned. Hi, Ned.
Mysterious but out of power. I get that. I very much get that. Okay. So what's our counters? The agriculture project is finished this week. I'm gonna say we've got some food, but not a lot. It's very meager. Okay, and a discussion, discovery, or project. What, right, I'm gonna set up a project for, negotiating with the tentacle men from far away. And I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna set it to 4, not because it'll take that long to communicate with them, but because they will not be satisfied until we have a solution with the AI.
Yep,
So it's
yeah,
matching up with the AI project.
Nice.
Right, and that is the end of summer, and I think it's a very good time for us to stretch our legs a little bit. How are we with the amount of time that we took a break last week? Are we still, is 10 minutes okay, or do we want to up it to 15?
That's fine.
10 minutes. 10's good.
10 is fine, okay. All right, let me see here. Motion timer is working. Yep. Okay. And we will be right back. Hey everybody, we're back. We've decided we're gonna aim to finish at 4:30, regardless of whether or not we finished autumn, just because we have some chronic illness that we need to be aware of. So that'll give us more of a fleshy session next weekend. Anyway, so let's go on to the next card. We are now in autumn, and our first card in autumn is the 5 of Clubs. And oh, whose turn is it?
I think it's yours, isn't it?
No, it's Pascal's.
It's just my turn.
I think. No, it was just. Oh no, it is my turn. Okay.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Right, because
My turn, because Morgan.
yeah. Well, I'm just reminded. Yeah. No, maths. It is my turn. I agree. Right. What card? Holy crap! Where am I? What card did I draw? 5 of Clubs. Okay, 5 of Clubs is. Ooh. The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community, and for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? Okay. So, all right. So because there's 4 weeks until we're finished with the AI project. The tentacle people are not happy just standing by the fence. They have gone over. They don't have weapons, actually. Or was that a thing? Yeah. They don't have weapons. There's only a small number of them, like no more than a dozen. And then obviously there's the ones guarding the fence, but we've got tentacle people going through the land and stealing our food sources. So yeah, so we've got more tentacle people over here fishing. And then we've got people eating our moss.
Incensed. Rage emanates from the Moss Farmers Guild.
Okay.
You have made a powerful enemy here today.
Right, can someone reduce the timers for me?
I'll do that. Did you just put this timer for the fence? You just did that this time, didn't you?
No, that was previous. It was last turn.
Okay, all done.
Okay. And I need to draw some moss being eaten. There we go. And so nothing is finished?
Nope.
No. Okay. So discovery discussion or project. Right. All right, I'm going to start a discussion. We need to bring the exiles back.
Well, the council are very against that. They think it's. They in fact think that we should exterminate them, or they like don't say that, they hinted it. So.
Wow.
Back to the old Rick.
It was only a few minutes, but it was nice while it lasted. Most people are like, no, I don't think we should bring them back. We don't think we should exterminate them by any means. You know, they were exiled for a reason. You know, let them. You know, they should go off on their way, and we'll leave them in peace. You know, we don't want any more fuss.
We should just leave them. Is that what you're saying?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. That makes it. I think I'm gonna take a contempt token for that. Because with the people are not happy because with the tentacle men ripping their way through all of our food sources, we really need the food that the exiles have found. Right. So, next card is the King of Clubs, and that falls on... I'm really losing track of myself. That falls on Rick. That's Rick's card.
And that's what disaster strikes the area. Choose one. See, this isn't my fault, this is bad news. You focus on getting everyone to safety, remove an abundance, and the project fails. You focus on protecting supplies, hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result.
Ooh. What comes first, Rick? People or supplies?
Well, we can't really... I don't see how we could remove an abundance because it's water and... okay. Yeah. So the disaster is that the metallic rain stops pouring all of a sudden. Which means the water abundance dries up immediately. And we have to scrabble, which means the project to talk to the tentacle men dies on the vine.
Oh no.
Oh no!
I add scarcity, don't I?
No. Yes? Oh, it just says remove an abundance. It doesn't say make it a scarcity.
Okay.
So it's
Well,
just
I guess
not
there is
abundant
quite a bit.
anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
I'll draw it by Again, I'm making silly noises.
I only saw your mouth move and then this amazing noise come out, and then I was like, wow, Rick.
What was the name of that guy?
Doesn't make any sense in the sentence, but it's great.
What was the name of that guy in the police academy who could do that thing with his voice and make it sound?
Oh, I don't know what his name was, but
I can't remember.
It's great.
I know who you mean, though. Okay. Rain stops. Tentacle men. Stop listening. Okay.
Okay, so the project is to set up a water sanitizer for the sea of the ocean. So we can replenish our drinking water from that.
Okay.
I'm going to say that takes 4 weeks. Should I draw something? Yeah, I'll draw like scaffolding.
Okay.
As they start to build it. The grumpy engineers.
Pascal, 2 of clubs.
2 of clubs. Give me a moment. Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? You find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened? Which face am I going to choose? Someone returns to the community. How about one of the exiles returns to the community and goes, all right, we will trade with you, but you've got to give us something pretty damn good in return.
Okay.
So they're hanging around there. I'd say then start a discussion.
Well, let's look. We got timers
willing
to deal with first.
Oh, we got timers, of course.
So our mining project is finished. Pascal, how does that go?
We get we exhaust that little vein of minerals there. There is not much there left to be found. But we did get some very cool stuff from the spider people. Maybe some like basic tools, like just things that help us, like batteries and generators or something like that, or like things to help us perhaps with our water project. And also we're now on neutral. We're now cool with the spider villagers. They're all good, We're all good with them. So we, whilst we have exhausted that resource of gemstones, we are now on good terms with the spider villagers, and we have some tools and such. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now, you said you were gonna. Now, you wanted to start a project?
Yeah. One of the. I was going to do a discussion. Actually, I was going to discuss.
Oh, okay.
One exile has come back and as a sort of like carrying an olive branch, saying, "We'd like to make trades with you guys." But we're not coming back, but we'd be willing to trade our food for something that you have, but it's got to be pretty high value to us. What should we trade?
That's tough. We don't actually have access to a lot of things right now. And I imagine food is not a very high value to them. So I'm gonna suggest, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say let's offer a promise of whatever results from our project with the diamonds.
I'm going to say we have something.
Do we have a project with...
We have something even less valuable to us. We just trade them with the water from the water sanitizer we make, because they don't have any anymore.
Oh,
yeah, that's genius. Actually, that's a good idea. Yeah.
That I feel like we should. Council feel like they should use it as a noose around their neck. They need the water through us.
Through us, we need their good.
My goodness, I am really angry, aren't I? Behind the smiles.
I mean, to be fair, aren't most queer folks just a little bit like really angry all the time?
That's
I think it goes hand in hand.
So you can't like bullshit. You can't like smile your way through it. You have to have a little bit of a
tiny bit of rage, just tiny bit of
overpowering,
bit of rage. Incontrollable rage.
It comes out every now and then. You get to a certain point, like polite, fuck you.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Exactly. That's the British version.
Oh my
of
god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
polite. Destroy.
Distraction. Right. My concluding statement is yes, give them access to the water so that we can have some of their good old seasonal greens. Let's just call them. I have no idea what they're. Oh, do we have like a name for these greens? I mean, you, Morgan, describe them. Describe this plant. Because you're the one who discovered them. You made the discovery. So,
okay, so it looks like a mix between like bamboo and corn. What? What?
Canboo. Canboo.
That's its name now. Okay.
Canboo.
Canboo. Right. Okay.
Born.
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 No, it's called Canboo. That's what we've done.
Canboo.
Yeah.
Do it too with Canboo.
Canboo, which is a thing that the closed caption can't figure out what I mean, but that's fine. I also realized that I've got closed captions on, but it's only capturing my mic and not everybody's, and I don't know how to fix that without doing some weirdness.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that for our next actual play. I think I'm gonna have to try to improve the caption situation. Okay. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. That was the end of Paz's turn. I get to the 4 of clubs, which says, the strongest among you dies. What causes the death? Or the weakest among you dies. Who is to blame for their death? I think the strongest person dies because they just lost their temper and tried to break through the tentacle people's fence or barrier, and the tentacle people killed them. Yeah. How am I gonna put this? Right. Rick, can you reduce the timers? Have we finished anything?
No.
No. What have we finished?
We finished the finding the cure for the grey corruption, which is my project. So they have found the cure. However, there is a sacrifice involved.
Of course there is.
Scorpion. Yes, so fundamentally you can't permanently remove the grey corruption. However, yeah, you can only stall it. So they have given us a round orb, which basically cuts out all higher level intelligent functions, which the grey corruption relies on, and just shuts it down. So that includes humans as well. So we have to abandon the ship.
Oh no!
Oh my god, unthinkable.
I'm going to put
Oh
the
my
big
god.
one here. Oh, can we do shapes?
Yes, there are shapes.
In fact, I'll do a bigger one, which represents the field around the ship. Oh, no, I can't move it. Can I? I should be able to move it.
No. You can't move drawings once they're down.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think
But you get
so.
the idea, right?
Yeah.
The ship is uninhabitable. However, no, can't do it anymore. Oh, no, I can. I can do a discovery.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's not my turn. It's your turn. Sorry, Morgan.
No. Oh, yes. You're right. It is my turn. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to have to go into a project as a result of this. We're going to have to build some structures to live in now that the ship is no good. So I'm just going to draw a few things. It has to be an isosceles triangle, does it? Okay, I'm gonna make these just really giant, really tall roofs. Okay. And I need to move. Oh, I have to zoom out.
Oh wow, the orb is huge.
Like it's
I'm
bigger.
going to take stock of how huge that orb.
I didn't mean it to be that big, so.
And I think it's going to take a full 6 weeks to fully establish settlements, like some kind of settlement outside of the ship. Okie doke. Next card. 3 of clubs, Rick.
Someone leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. Who? What is the warning? Or someone issues a dire warning and the community leap into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a continuous project that relates to it.
Contentious project, I think it was. So like So your favourite kind of project, Rick?
Contentious project. I don't know what she did. Someone is a community after issuing a dire warning. Who? What is the warning? Someone issues a dire warning which leads to action to avoid disaster. Okay. So, the reason the rain has stopped is because there is a change in the weather patterns very far away. One of the scientists has been monitoring the weather patterns, and basically what's happening is a huge tsunami across the Grey Sea is coming to wipe us all out.
Oh, jeez.
So, contentious though. I know. Yeah. So we need to use a technology of which we have very little to try and erect a self-creating tidal wall to protect us.
Okay.
Oh.
And that is definitely going to take 6 weeks. And if it's not finished in those 6 weeks, we'll die.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh no.
God.
That's troubling. We can't really see your dice up there. It kind of goes off screen. So basically your thing is covering like the large majority of that corner.
Yeah.
That's okay. Maybe if you tuck it all the way further into the corner of the page, like just move it over to the right up to the edge.
Can you see that?
It hasn't moved yet.
Yep, I can just about.
So move the dice to the right edge.
Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Is that better?
That's the left, but it's now. Hang on, I'll move it. Hang on.
Yeah, okay.
There.
We definitely. It's my fault because I messed up the the top right corner.
That's okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, because of the way it's cropped, so that we don't get the tools in the way. Or actually, oh no, I can't, because I can't interact with it while it's in OBS, because OBS is just looking at its own browser. The tool menu comes up, and I have to crop the tool menu out, which means that like the top edge of the canvas is cut off, just a tiny bit.
You get the idea, right?
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a tidal wave coming.
Oh no.
All right.
However, but once the tidal wave comes and we deal with it, the rain will come back.
Yeah.
He hypothesizes. He doesn't know, but he can.
Okay, one last card, Pascal. Are you up for that?
I haven't done my project.
Yeah, sure.
9 of clubs.
Oh, yep,
I thought that was your project.
Project.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm going to have a discussion.
Ooh.
Which is, given that we don't have anywhere to live anymore, the council are pondering the idea of taking over the rebels' resources in the city and just shoving them out again.
What rebels? Sorry?
The rebels are the
exiles?
The exiles, yeah.
Oh, the exiles aren't living with us. They're just trading with us.
Yeah, so we're going to take over.
Yeah, but they have their own.
Oh, we're going to take over them. Sorry. Okay. So that's
war,
is that a statement or a question?
It's the question.
Okay.
Entirely set, but we're pretty bloodthirsty about it because we're arseholes.
Yeah, now that we're even more badly off having to leave the ship. So, okay. Should we attack the exiles? All right. Has response.
The people who are mostly like the scientists and the moss farmers are mostly like, listen, you know, I think the more allies we have, the better at this point. We don't want to, you know, gain a reputation from, like, we just made friends with the spider villagers. They're going to get all pissy if we, you know, randomly start attacking the people that we earlier exiled. You know, I think it would be better if we just, you know, hold our own for a bit.
Right. I think we should negotiate with the exiles because our trades have been positive, so we have more. They have more reason to want to come back.
I'm going to leave it on the note that the council leave without saying nothing in the most dubious and suspicious way.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm taking a contempt token for that. Because, to be honest, I find that really scary. I don't like the behavior of the council at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think the moss. That's scary. It's freaky stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a.
I know. I keep every.
Because the council are like.
No one agreed with you.
They're like.
Oh my god.
These sorts of wet, watery liberals. They don't know what.
Oh my. Okay. Wow, that's where we're going on.
Oh my god. Get him. Get him, Rick.
I really am angry on the inside.
Yeah. Just low. Alright, 9 of clubs, Paz.
9 of clubs. It's my turn, is it? Alright, 9 of clubs. Give me one moment. The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early. A group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and find something that had been previously overlooked. Well, I think finishing the project early might be a good time. But which one? What is the project, which is the 6-week project at the top of
the tidal wave that's going to kill us in
lake.
6 weeks?
Oh,
so it's a tidal
Jesus.
So
So we got the water. Well, I don't want to take away that dramatic tension.
Well,
so...
the water is going to finish this. The water stuff is going to finish away this week anyway.
It's either too much water.
Oh yeah, so I will finish building the hang on one minute.
So you want us to die? Is that it?
Well, no, I want us to have some dramatic tension left. There's usually something that comes in and saves the day at the last minute, but it's not going to be me this time. We finished building our little houses early because basically all of the miners, all of the people in the laser blocks, and all of the moss farmers all come together, including and hell, we get some of the exiles to work together and build some new houses. We built them all together, and we did it. We have some new houses now. We did it.
We have a village.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a village.
But the tidal wave is still coming.
Oh, it's still coming. Start a new project then, I suppose. It's project discussion and discovery, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this counts as discovery, but maybe the spider villages. Would it count if we discover that they know how that they have extra technology to? No, it wouldn't. No, that wouldn't count, would it? We discover that the spider villages know about the tsunami already, and they have underground bunkers to protect themselves from the tsunami.
Oh,
is that a good idea?
Yeah,
is that a good idea?
Great idea. Yeah, do it.
Right, I will draw us some. I don't know how I'm going to draw this quite, but I'll have a go.
Some kind of bunkers.
Also, the water sanitizer station is complete.
Okay.
Excellent.
With my terrible drawing of completed buildings.
Okay.
They have a big old bunker that protects them from the tsunamis that often happen, basically. So that's there.
Okay.
Heads up guide, by the way.
What's that?
Spider people,
well, they're not.
They didn't tell us. We have to
We
figure
don't.
out for ourselves.
They don't have the same. They don't speak the same language. They have their own. They have their own priorities. Okay, Rick.
I'm pretty sure they can mime drowning or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they have external guilds or something, so it's not much of an issue for them. They do live by. Oh, they didn't tell us about half the shit we didn't know. Like, we discovered an entire fucking ocean without them.
Maybe we should have. Yeah, we should have been friends with them from the get-go.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. We seem to like our technology more than we like our human beings. Like, we made friends with the AI real quick, but we're pissing off all the other people.
Oh yeah.
Well, the AI knew as well. Didn't say shit, so.
I can see how
fair enough.
the designer of this game says that that this game has very strong colonial tendencies. I'm already feeling that a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I kind of, as soon as, like, it introduced some ideas about we meet the locals and things like that, and are you going to wage war? And we're like,
maybe.
I guess we'd go wage some war. Yeah, maybe.
Well, I'm like, let's go and invade the rebels' camp, and I didn't even I went straight to that without going past. Past go.
Well, she says that she's improved on that in the sequel to this game, the Deep Forest. Which I think is a game that we need to play at a later date after we finish this one.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how that turns out. But yeah. Right. Okay. I think we're done for the day because we're all getting a bit tired, a bit pooped out. So we're gonna rest up. So that next weekend we have another marvelous game. I'll do up another ad to remind people that we'll hopefully be finishing the game. I think we can, because we did a season and a half this session, and we've only got a season and a half left, and the last season might end really shortly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can definitely finish on a third one. I can see why there is a short version of this game where you only draw, I think it's 8 cards per season, because this has definitely gone on longer than I expected.
Yeah, I think there's a slight pacing issue with this game, because like they say, "I'll just take 2 to 3 minutes." It's like there's no way any people who are like having a drink and enjoying this game are going to take 2 to 3 minutes per turn.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and it kind of ruins the mood of the game a little bit to try and really hammer in on the pacing.
You can like discuss what's happened and react to it, and,
Yeah. I mean, it would be interesting once you're more familiar with the game to just sort of have an experimental game where you literally have no discussion except for game actions.
Yeah.
Just to see what it's like. But I'd only run that as a short game because it's experimental. So another time maybe. Okay. I'm going to turn everything off. I will see you all next weekend. Everyone have an excellent day. Bye.
Thank you all. Bye guys. Bye.